Welcome to Drawing with Vince Mancuso. Hey, we're back, and today we're going to begin the first in a series of demo videos in regards to the details of the face. Today, I just want to think about the human nose, and focus in on the primary form. Okay, so the main form here is a right angle triangle like that. Okay, 90 degrees. And in the nose in particular, what you have is the base is the widest part. And that usually is the width of an eye. Okay? That's the general average. Then you have, and this is a very tight angle, but what you have here is you have a tip, and it narrows, okay, because this has dimension, and it rides up into the head like this, right angles. Okay. If I was to look at this at an easier angle to understand, it would look like something like this. Okay. For this is us seeing it from an angle that we can see all of the structural details. Okay, like that. And this here is 90 degrees. Let's just move that over here so we can start to think about these things independently. Okay, so there's your mannequin head. That's the kind of structure that we're playing around with. All right, so now let's get into the details, right, of the nose itself. What you should be noticing here is we have been drawing the primary forms, cylinder, spheres, cones, cubes, right? Now, by connecting them and integrating them, and then changing the scale, we're able to actually create very specific things that exist in the world because we understand those relationships. For example, now we're going to start to deal with the features of the face. Well, here's a right angle triangle that basically is getting attached to a sphere, right? That then is kind of cut into a wedge-like, block or shape, and then a smaller structure which is based on the right angle triangle that's smaller is getting attached to the face. And then there's going to be a mouth, right? Then there's going to be eyes, okay? These are all smaller forms, right? Look, spheres. Spheres, right? The mouth is going to be a wine barrel like this. It actually comes around like that, all the way behind there. Right? This is the basic structure. Okay? So today we're going to focus on the nose. The nose is a right angle triangle, and then there's some components that we've got to be aware of. And I'll break them down for you here. Okay? Where the nose attaches to the brow, right? Where the crossbar is like this. This upper part is called the bridge. Okay. Then that has a kind of triangular structure like so. Okay. And then here at the tip, a spherical form like this. And that is the ball tip. And then over here to the sides, you have basically a quartered sphere like that. And all of these components, plus there's a little bridge underneath here called the septum. See? All these forms within forms, okay? All come together on the fundamental architecture of a right angle triangle, okay, like this. And they make up the anatomy of the nose. Now, with practice and repetition, there are basic forms. You know how to draw them. You know how to orient them because of the XYZ axes that we've been playing around with, okay? So now you can start to redesign them. For example, I could draw a nose that has this kind of a structure. Much wider framework. Right? I can go, sloping downward. Okay? And again, with each one, right, if I put on the different anatomical components, right, look, there's the ball tip. There's the septum. The curve of the wingtips are helped by the nostrils and by knowing and putting in the septum, which connects. Let me do that in black with a little fatter line. See, when you do it like this, right? You see the septum, and then the ball tip comes around, and you can place the nostrils very accurately. Okay, this is important, obviously, for the drawing. You see, and there's now a broader nose, right? And I can play around with those forms. I can change that up, right? The bridge here, right? That's fundamentally the nose. You start moving that around, you remember that, hey, over here, it's basically one eye width. Again, this is just a general average, right? Every individual will be different. This is a concept, right? But if you work with the right angle, triangle, 90-degree triangle, you'll be able to sort of construct any nose on that spherical form that has that kind of trapezoid prism attached to it for the facial mask. It's a general right angle coming from the facial mask, and it fits inside of the humanoid mannequin head. There you have it. Think about those things. Practice it. Get good with the nose. And let's start drawing human heads. Bye for now.